Hello everyone, I'm coming on now to make a card with you. So the card is going to be an autumn themed card, and also I'm doing it as part of Paper Mona's Monica Luquesca's, otherwise known as Paper Mona Craft Challenge. So every month she comes on and on the 10th of the month, and she announces the next prompt for her challenge. So it's a 12-month challenge, and we're going through the months of the year. And each month the project will begin with the first letter of the month. So this is O for October, and I have chosen to do to incorporate into this card an owl, to make so it'll be O for owl. Now I've already cut everything out and prepped everything just to keep this video short, but this is a bit of paper from my stash. It's from a 12 by 12 paper pad of called Autumn by Crafter's Companion. It's a very old pad, so it probably isn't available anymore. But I just like this. This is like, it was actually, I think, a tree, but I've decided, well, it is a tree. It still is a tree, but I've decided to put it sideways and to make this as branches with the leaves falling down. So, and I've got this this card base here, which is very rustic, so I thought that could go quite nicely there. So I'm just going to stick this down, and then I'll show you the elements that I've decided to use to make the card. So this is my background card, and I want it so that the it's looking like a bough of a tree, as I said. So the bough is coming in from this side, and I've got this stamp set in my stash by Dreamies. They're absolutely beautiful stamps for squirrels, hedgehog, mushrooms, acorns, gnomes, and the owl. So this is what drew me to use this stamp set. So I've stamped out and coloured a few images. So my idea is that I'm going to put the owl here. Here, so he's sitting on this branch here, and then I'm going to put the hedgehog down here, and I've got a squirrel here, and then I've got all these mushrooms and acorns. So I want the squirrel to be sitting on a mound of acorns. So let's see if I can manage that. So something like this, and I want him to be holding one. How many more have I got? Just one more. So this is a small one. So something along these lines, and I want him to be sitting on it, on there. So that's his little stash of acorns, and he's got one in his hand, so to speak. Yeah. So something like that. And then the hedgehog is going to be nestling amongst some mushrooms or toadstools. So something along these lines. We've got some beautiful toadstools in our garden at the moment, very fairy-like. And the other day I noticed that they were even growing up an old tree trunk, and it really looks magical. So something like this one I've managed to something like that. And then I've got this sentiment, which is from Shiny Silver Treasures Festive Treasures kit. But I can see I haven't cut this straight at all, which is no surprise, as if you follow me regularly, you know I can't cut straight. But we'll at least try to even it up a bit. So I thought I'd put that here, time to hibernate. So, and I like this layout, so this is what I'm going to do. So first of all, I want to stick this this acorn into the hand of the squirrel. So something like so, maybe even like that. Yeah, something like that. And I'm going to stick these ones down. Oops, a bit too much glue there. So hope you can see what I'm doing. No, you can't, as always. And this one, I'm just going to mop up the glue from this one if I can. A bit more on. Oops. So something like this. And I said I want to stick him on the top. So I'm going to raise the squirrel up. Now, I had some stamps, let's see, some pads. 2 seconds ago, I had these pads on my desk. And now, oh, here we are. So I've got some which are not very thick in dimension, because I don't want it to be raised up too much, but I do want a bit of dimension on the card. So I'm just, I mean, these are, I think they're only perhaps 1 millimeter thick, these squares. Oh, deep. So just stick a few on, like so, and take the backings off. So autumn is coming now. I'm filming this in the middle of September. Well, towards the end. No, yeah, it's the middle of September, and it's got very autumnal now. The other day I was out quite early, about 7:15 in the morning, and we were driving along, and suddenly there was this, we hit fog. I couldn't believe it, but there we are. So okay, so the squirrel's going to go down on top of this, like so. So he's with his hoard of mushrooms, and I'm going to perhaps do the same thing with the hedgehog and raise it up. I'm not 100% sure yet. Okay, so I love mushrooms as a decoration. They're gorgeous. So something like that. I can put a little one here, little one there. I'm going to raise him up. I'm going to raise him up first, and then I'll put the other 2 mushrooms down. I keep saying mushrooms, but I actually think these are toadstools. I'd love to be able to identify mushrooms properly, because we were saying, you know, if the ones we had in our garden were edible, they would be lovely. And well, not everybody was convinced, I have to say. So, all right, okay, so there we are. Sorry, I'm concentrating, so I'm not talking. But you can see I used a bit of packaging to stamp these out on. Okay, so something like this. And let's see where we put the other 2. Maybe like that. Maybe like that. Yeah, I'm liking that. Oh, I haven't done anything with the owl. I'm going to stick him up as well. I'm wondering, there think I can. I was wondering if I could do something to make his feet look as though they were, you know, hanging round the branch. But I could do that if it was a branch that I'd stuck on. But as this is an illustration, I can't do that. So there we are. Okay, so let's just take these bits off. They're very fiddly. I bought these for my brother because he does a lot of decoupage cards, and I thought, you know, that they'd be easy for him, etc., etc. Well, I was wrong, wasn't I? He can't manage them at all. So, and it's a good few years ago now that I bought them for him, and I thought, well, I better just use them up myself when I discovered them in his drawer. And I can understand why he doesn't like these. He just uses the foam on a roll. It's much easier for him. Okay, there we go. A bit more. And here. And there. Yeah. And another one there. So, right, okay. Let's get rid of that. Right, so we'll pop him here. Either pop him here, or we could pop him up there. We could pop him in the middle. I had been thinking of here. So he's going there, particularly as the sticky pads started to stick to the paper, so I had no option. And I'm just going to put this up here, Time to Hibernate. There we are. So there we are. So that's my card finished. So that's O for Owl in the PMA Craft challenge, which, as I said, Monica, sorry, Monica, I can't pronounce your name. Paper Mona hosts every month. This is my take. I hope you like it. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all again soon. Bye. Bye for now.